Live from the Winthrop ballpark on the sports complex at Winthrop University in Rock Hill, South Carolina. This is Big South Baseball on ESPN+. Good afternoon, everybody. Bob Woodard with you. And today, the final game for the Winthrop Eagles on their home ballpark for 2022. They will entertain the NCAA Aggies, and it's senior day. Those are the seniors that are going to be leaving the program this year. And a bittersweet day for those of us who follow the team and work with the team and get to know these young men, each man to a man, very fine individuals. And quite frankly, folks, it's tough to say goodbye to them. But the seniors from the 2022 Winthrop Eagles. This Big South broadcast is brought to you in part by Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength. Visit HerculesTires.com. Ingalls, low prices, love the savings. Sunbelt Rentals, we have equipment for that. And First Citizens Bank, forever first. And speaking of first, the first batter of the ball game for the NCAA Aggies is Cameron Brantley. He'll be followed by Anthony Hennings and Chet Sykes, the 1, 2, and 3 batters for head coach Ben Hall. Winthrop has taken the first 2 games of this weekend series. Last night's game got very interesting in the top of the 9th inning as the Aggies came back and scored 4 runs to pull within 11-10. But the Eagles were able to shut them down and hold on to the victory. Good diving stop by Joey Tepper, and as he tries to grab the ball out of his glove, it pops up in the air. That'll be a single for Cameron Brantley. That's only an error if it's a play that you're expected to make. And watch this. You're not expected to be able to do this, going quickly to his right and diving, and then the ball just pops out of his hand as he tries to throw. So 1 hit, Garrett Gainey on the mound for the Eagles. The batter is Anthony Hennings, the shortstop. Hennings has had a rough series. 0 for 5 yesterday, 1 for 9 on the weekend. He's had 2 strikeouts. But the best batting average on the team, hitting .327, so don't count him out today. Gainey tosses over to first and chases Brantley back to the bag. No ball and 1 strike count. Gainey comes into the ball game with a 6.38 earned run average. He is 4 and 5 on the year. In 13 appearances, this is his 10th start. 60 2/3 innings for Garrett. Breaking ball stays high. Ball 1, 1-1. He has started 10 games. This is his 10th start. He's given up 78 hits, 43 runs, all of them earned. He has walked 15 and struck out 45. Batters are hitting .312 against left-handed sophomore Garrett Gainey. There's one right back up the middle, so 2 base hits for the Aggies to start the ball game. And with nobody out, their first baseman, Chet Sykes, will step to the plate. Sykes is 2 for 6 this weekend. He has scored 2 runs. He also has 2 strikeouts. Watch this one go right back up the middle. And that's what you're taught to do. You hit the ball back where it came from. In other words, if the ball's right down the middle, you hit it right back through the middle. If it's on the right side, you hit it to right field. If it's on the yeah, you know, okay. Gainey checks the runners. Sykes squares around a bunt and pulls it back and gets charged with strike 1. Gainey has thrown 3 wild pitches this year and hit 11 batters. Jack Spike playing in at first. Joey Sveditz playing in at third. Gainey turns and chases Brantley back to the bag. Jack Spike creeping in from first. Here's the pitch. Again, Sykes pulls the bat back. And it's ball one ball and one strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Bunted foul, 1 ball and 2 strikes. One of the most frustrating things for a head coach is when somebody cannot get the bunt down. But try to bunt a baseball that's coming at you almost 90 miles an hour and you'll understand how tough it is. There's a high fly ball to right field. Kyrie Miller going back, he hauls it in. The runner will stay at first base, but Brantley will advance to third, and now with one out, there are runners at the corners. And here comes the cleanup batter, Camden Jackson. Jackson 3 for 7 on the weekend with 3 walks, batting .266 as he steps to the plate. 41 hits in 154 at-bats. He's got 22 runs scored, 3 doubles, a triple, and 3 home runs to go with his 23 runs batted in. On-base percentage just shy of 3.5. First pitch, good breaking ball from Gainey. That catches the inside corner. No balls and 1 strike. Outfield playing straight away for Jackson. Jackson, who has batted in the 3rd spot in the first 2 games, fouls one off his foot, and that hurts. Home plate umpire Bradley Newton calling that foul right away, and Jackson is down. Here comes his coach, Ben Hall, to take a look at him and see how he's doing. Ben, this is his 8th season at North Carolina A&T, and prior to that, he was an assistant coach to Tom Reginas here at Winthrop. Jackson trying to walk it off and shake it off, and man, that hurts. Jackson adjusting his batting gloves as he comes back to the plate. Somebody put his bat right on home plate. I didn't see who did it, whether it was the umpire or Ty Hooks, but they put his bat standing on the barrel straight up, so he didn't have to bend over to get it. 0-2 the count to Jackson. Gainey checks the runner at first. Here's the 0-2 pitch. The runner goes, and it's right at first base. Spike throws to second for 1, back to first for a double play. Good heads-up defensive play for first baseman Jack Spike, and he threw a strike down to second base. Watch this. Spike comes up with the ball. It was hit hard right to him, and he turns and throws quickly down to Robbie Tall, and Tall throws a strike back to Spike for the double play. So 1 hit, 2 hits, pardon me. No runs, 1 runner left on base at the end of a half an inning. A&T nothing. Winthrop coming up. You're watching Big South Baseball on ESPN+.
citywide to countryside. Whatever you drive, wherever you go. Hercules Tires has the value, selection, and industry-leading protection to get you there, no matter where the road takes you. Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength.
Big things are happening this year across the South, from the mountains to the coast. The fast are getting faster. The strong are getting stronger. And the best is getting better. Get ready to raise your expectations. Get ready for something big. Ingalls, a proud sponsor of Big South Sports.
Back live at the Winthrop ballpark here on the campus of Winthrop University, and today is Senior Day. And the first senior that was honored today, this is something that I really like that the Eagles do. The first senior was Thomas Caldwell. He was accompanied by his parents, Rebecca and James Caldwell. Thomas served as an intern all year and has gone above and beyond in every possible way. The program's been lucky to have him around. Thomas Caldwell, the first honoree. Next, number 21, Hunter Christopher, accompanied by his parents, Mary Catherine and Chris Christopher, a two-year player for the Eagles after transferring from Pitt Community College. He was in 34 games with 17 starts during his Winthrop career. And his final season, he has a career-high .258 batting average with 2 doubles and 4 runs batted in. Hunter Christopher. It'll be C.J. Conrad, Joey Sveditz, and Dylan Morton, numbers 1, 2, and 3 for the Eagles, to face Jaheim Brown. Brown coming in with a 1-4 record and a 7.38 earned run average. First pitch misses inside, ball 1 ball and no strikes. Brown's been in 15 ball games, starting 8 of them. He has no complete games. He's pitched 61 innings, given up 82 hits, 58 runs. 50 of those runs have been earned. He has walked 26, but struck out 43. Batters are hitting .320 against right-handed freshman Jaheim Brown. 9 wild pitches, 11 hit batters on the year, and C.J. Conrad hits one high in the air. The second baseman goes back. He's under it, and he makes the catch. Boy, that was a tough play for Alex Seaton, looking up into that sun, even with the sunglasses on. That's a tough thing to do, to track that ball. Now here comes Joey Sveditz. Sveditz, the third baseman, batting .289 as he steps to the plate. .41 for 142. 6 doubles, a triple, and 1 home run. That came on Friday night. Not only his first home run of the year, but his first collegiate home run. And as I mentioned yesterday, boy, he had a smile on his face when he touched home plate. One ball and no strikes, the count to the Eagle third baseman. The outfield and infield playing straight away. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Brown took a little bit off of that pitch, and Sveditz out in front of it. Good pitch by Jaheim Brown. There's one right back up the middle. That's going to be a base hit to center field. And Joey Sveditz is on. Now, folks, here comes one of the seniors that we are really going to miss around here. The guy that always has a smile on his face. He's always got a kind word for everybody. But when he steps on the field, he plays like a tiger. And Dylan Morton steps into the batter's box with a career-high 13 home runs this year, leading the team in batting with a .312 average. Swings and fouls the first pitch off at the plate. No balls and 1 strike. Dylan looking for his 50th hit of the year. Second on the team to Joey Tepper. He fouls that one back. No balls and 2 strikes. Morton has 7 doubles this year, a triple, and 13 home runs with 42 runs batted in. He leads the Eagles in that category by a large margin. He's got a .618 slugging percentage and a .415 on-base percentage. Dylan has walked 23 times this year and been hit twice. Toss over to first base, and Sveditz is back on the bag. Another beautiful day for baseball in Rock Hill. The hit and run as Sveditz took off, and Morton fouls it off to the left, so Sveditz will be back to first base, and we'll try it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, Sveditz goes, and again, Dylan fouls it off to the left. This time, bounces just off of the wall, the retaining wall down in the left field line. Morton will make you work. He'll foul pitches off until he gets one that he likes, or he'll swing from his shoes and miss it. This time he puts one off to the right. Shortstop comes across the second base bag to make the play. And Morton is out. Good play by Anthony Hennings down there. Hennings came across as Alec Preston was coming from second base to cover the bag with Joey Sveditz running. Umpire Terrence Brown right there in the middle of your picture. He is at third base today. Andrew Glenn down at first. There's Kyrie Miller. That'll travel into the seats. No balls and 1 strike. Kyrie has been on a tear lately. Since last Friday, he has 6 home runs. What an incredible week he's had. Batting .268. Going into last week, he was batting .191, I think. So his batting average has gone up by 100 or by 70 plus points in a week and 2 days. There's a line drive to right field. The right fielder's going back to the warning track, and he makes the catch. And that'll do it for Miller and the Eagles here in the bottom of the first inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. And at the end of an inning of play, we have no score. This is Big South Baseball on ESPN+.
Citywide to countryside. Whatever you drive, wherever you go. Hercules Tires has the value, selection, and industry-leading protection to get you there, no matter where the road takes you. Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength.
Big things are happening this year across the South, from the mountains to the coast. The fast are getting faster. The strong are getting stronger. And the best is getting better. Get ready to raise your expectations. Get ready for something big. Ingalls, a proud sponsor of Big South Sports.
Back live at the Winthrop Ballpark in Rock Hill, South Carolina, where there is no score after an inning of play between the Eagles and the North Carolina A&T Aggies. Senior day here at the ballpark. There's number 3, Joey Tepper, being honored before the game, accompanied by his parents, Dana and Mark Tepper, as well as his brother, Justin Tepper. Graduated with a degree in mass communication last week. A 2-year player for Winthrop, transferring from Furman. He's appeared in 90 games with 89 starts in his career as an Eagle. Posted a career-high batting average last year of .314 with 9 doubles and 3 home runs. Joey Tepper. Garrett Gainey delivers a first pitch strike to Canyon Brown, and Brown has been a thorn in the side of the Eagles this weekend. He's got a home run in each of the first 2 games. Batting .287 on the year. When he leads off an inning, he's batting .410. 174 at-bats. He's got 50 hits, 28 runs, 34 runs batted in. And there's another long fly ball to left field, and Brown has done it 3 games in a row. Boy, how hot is Canyon Brown right now? His 3rd home run in as many days. That's his 7th home run of the year. And his 13th run batted in. And you know what's funny about that? I had a chance to talk to Brown before the game, and he said in high school he wasn't that good a hitter. And he said even when he got here he wasn't a very good hitter, but he's developed and worked hard. And hard work has paid off, and it shows. So 1-0 North Carolina A&T. And the first pitch to Brett Mersman is over for a strike. Good breaking ball by Garrett Gainey. No balls and 1 strike. Another breaking ball. Mersman swings over the top of that one. 0-2. 1 run, 3 hits for the Aggies so far. No runs, 1 hit for the Eagles. Top of the 2nd inning. 1-0. A&T. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Gainey. Breaking ball, got him swinging. Sabin Rowan will come up now. There's that last swing and miss by Mersman. Had a good cut at it, but just over the top of that breaking ball as it dipped below his bat. Gainey delivers a fastball, fouled back by Roan. Gainey has changed his windup since the last time we saw him 2 weeks ago. He was not standing sideways and stepping back to initiate his windup. 1 ball and 1 strike. And that's over the outside corner. Rowan batting .220 with a .407 on-base percentage. Two balls and 2 strikes. Outfield shaded toward right field for Roan. That one's fouled at the plate. Roan stays alive, 2-2. Roan, the freshman third baseman. And he goes down on strikes. So 2 strikeouts here in the top of the 3rd inning top of the 2nd inning for Gainey, pardon me. Court Maynard was the 3rd baseman, but he was injured. He injured his knee. as TJ Ash smacks one up the middle for a base hit. Fourth hit now for the Aggies. But Maynard injured his knee, and according to Coach Ben Hall, he's just about ready to come back. Here's the single by Ash right up the middle. That'll bring up Alex Seaton, the second baseman. A-L-E-C, Alec. If you say it fast, Alex Seaton, it sounds like Alex, but it's not. Ash away from first base. Gainey holding him on. 2 outs, top of the second inning, 1-0. North Carolina A&T. Good breaking ball from Gainey that catches the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike to the shortstop. To the second baseman, Alex Seaton, the senior, batting .218 as he steps in today. Runner goes, and he's picked off. The throw down to second from Jack Spike to Robbie Tall, and they got him. So TJ Ash took off, and Garrett Gainey tossed over to first and got him out. Take a look at that one again. Gainey tosses over to first, and Ash was already committed. He just kept right on going. Robbie Tall applied the tag, and that'll do it for A&T in the second inning. Home run after an inning and a half. 1-0 North Carolina A&T. This is Big South Baseball on ESPN+.
Citywide to countryside. Whatever you drive, wherever you go. Hercules Tires has the value, selection, and industry-leading protection to get you there, no matter where the road takes you. Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength.
Big things are happening this year across the South, from the mountains to the coast. The fast are getting faster. The strong are getting stronger. And the best is getting better. Get ready to raise your expectations. Get ready for something big. Ingalls, a proud sponsor of Big South Sports.
Checking some of the scores around the Big South from this weekend, and I'm surprised by one series in particular. High Point holds a 2-0 lead this weekend over Campbell. They won 1-0 yesterday and shut the Camels out. Friday they won 11-10, so 2 one-run victories by High Point over the Campbell Camels. USC Upstate, Campbell is still in first place in the Big South Conference at 17-3. There's a fly ball to center field. TJ Ash comes in looking up into that bright sky and makes the catch. That'll do it for Joey Tepper. Here comes Ethan Fuel. Fuel batting .266 as he steps into the batter's box. He's got 21 hits in 79 at-bats, 15 runs scored. He's got 14 runs batted in. He's walked 14 times, struck out 27. 3 doubles, a home run, a triple, and 5 home runs for left fielder Ethan Fuel. There's the 1-0 pitch to him on the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. So we told you Campbell's at 17-3 in first place in the conference. USC Upstate is right behind them as Fuel swings and misses strike 2. USC Upstate is at 17-6. UNC Asheville is in third place at 12-8. They will host the Eagles next weekend for the final weekend of the conference play. That ball misses outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. High Point is now at 11-9. They're in 4th place. Longwood is in 5th with a 10-10 record. Charleston Southern 6th with 10-11 record. Fuel hits one in between the shortstop and the third baseman right into left field. Second hit of the ball game for the Eagles. Here comes Ty Hooks, catching his 3rd game in a row this weekend, as Jack Spike is playing first base today. The Spike is on deck for Winthrop. Ty steps in, batting .249. And he hits one in the hole into left field. So 2 singles hit to the same place. And with 1 out, the Eagles are in business here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Here comes Jack Spike, the first baseman. There's Ty Hooks taking the shin protectors off. You see his single right in between the shortstop and the third baseman there. Catcher Canyon Brown went out and had a word with his pitcher, Jaheim Brown. One to nothing High Point, or pardon me, 1-0 North Carolina A&T on a home run by Canyon Brown. First pitch to Spike, low and outside, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Spike with runners in scoring position, batting .362 this year. And he pulls that ball down the left field line. 1 run will come home. The throw's going to go to second base, and Spike will retreat back to first. Credit him with a single and an RBI. As Ethan Fuel came home. Ty Hooks down at third base. And now here comes Robbie Tall. That's Jamie Sherber, the pitching coach, out to have a word with his right-hander. Nobody throwing in the bullpen for the Aggies, so this is just a conference on the mound. Senior Day here at the ballpark. That's number 29, Nick Taplett, accompanied by his parents Carolyn and Mark Taplett and his brother Luke Taplett. On the left is the interim athletic director, Chuck Ray, who is also the head the head volleyball coach here at Winthrop. Chuck has been the interim athletic director since 2020. As the search is on, now that we have a college president, I'm sure that an athletic director is not too far down on his list of priorities. Conference is over on the mound. We're ready to get back to action. Jaheim Brown from the stretch delivers low and inside to Robbie Tall. 1 ball and no strikes. Runner goes from first, swing and a miss, the throw down, and Jack Spike has stolen it. So Spike hustling on the play. It's Jack's second stolen base in as many tries this year. Tall, a 1-1 count as he swung at that pitch that was outside. That one's fouled back right above us. Here's the stolen base by Spike. He gets a good jump. Watch here. Jack's fast for a big guy. He makes a great slide to the outside part of the bag. And Tall goes around, strike three. So Tall strikes out on a check swing that crossed the plate. And now we turn the lineup over and go back to the top of the order and C.J. Conrad. Conrad popped up to second baseman Alec Seaton in his first at-bat. 2 outs. 1-1 tie here in the bottom of the second inning. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors for each team. Jack Spike is down at second base, and Ty Hooks at third for the Eagles. First base is open. And there's a line drive to center field. The center fielder, Ash, comes over to his right and makes the catch, and that's going to do it for C.J. Conrad and the Eagles here in the bottom of inning number 2. But the Eagles put one back on the board and take away the 1-0 lead. It's a 1-1 tie after 2 innings. You're watching Big South Baseball on ESPN+.
Citywide to countryside. Whatever you drive, wherever you go. Hercules Tires has the value, selection, and industry-leading protection to get you there, no matter where the road takes you. Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength.
Big things are happening this year across the South, from the mountains to the coast. The fast are getting faster. The strong are getting stronger. And the best is getting better. Get ready to raise your expectations. Get ready for something big. Ingalls, a proud sponsor of Big South Sports.
Find the best variety of officially licensed merchandise and conference and school branded items at BigSouthStore.com. Gear up with some new apparel or find that perfect gift. Get fully equipped for all your game day fun with BigSouthStore.com. We're back live at the Winthrop Ballpark. Garrett Gainey, the recipient of a RBI single by Jack Spike to tie this game after Gainey gave up a home run to Canyon Brown in the top of the second inning. It's a 1-1 tie as we head to the top of the third. And Alex Seaton, the number 9 batter in the order, will step to the plate. He'll be followed by the leadoff man Cameron Brantley and Anthony Hennings after that. Gainey has allowed 4 hits and 1 run to this point. Delivers outside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Bradley Newton behind the plate, calling balls and strikes. Andrew Glenn down at first base, and down at third, Terrence Brown. And Alec Seaton hits one over the wall in left center field. Second home run in as many innings, and Seaton left no doubt about that one. So Seaton will take a tour of the base path, get a low 5 from Coach Ben Hall, and it's 2-1 in favor of NC-A&T. Here's the replay of that smash. He just barreled up on it and got all of it. You see Ethan Fuel kind of stop right there, and C.J. Conrad did the same. They realized that they were going to have a fence between them and the ball where it landed. No balls and 1 strike now to Anthony Hennings. And now 0-2. Hennings 1 for 1 on the day. Singled in his first at-bat, but the Aggies left him at third base. Gainey with the 0-2 pitch. And that ball is ripped foul. Out of play, the count will hold at 0-2. That's the 9th home run of the year that Gainey has given up, as he gets Brantley to swing and miss at an off-speed pitch for the first out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Now Chet Sykes will come up, the first baseman. Sykes batting .330 as he walks to the plate. He singled in his first at-bat. The Aggies left him at first base. On the ground to Joey Sveditz at third. He scoops it up, throws across to Jack Spike, and there are 2 away. Now with 2 outs, Chet Sykes swings and misses at the first offering by Gainey. No balls and 1 strike. See David O's right outside of our booth. Macklin O's father. His son is one of the players leaving the Eagles after this season comes to its conclusion. C.J. Conrad goes over from center field to collect the 3rd out of the inning. And a home run puts the Aggies ahead after 2.5 innings of play. It's 2-1 North Carolina A&T. You're watching Big South Baseball on ESPN+.
Whether it's the practice field or weight room, in class or on game day, we compete down here. We put in work day in and day out to take a step forward towards degrees, championships. Our goals, excellence on every level. More than 4,000 student athletes, one attitude. We are the Big South, where winners are made.
In sports,
we are used to an even playing field.
Unfortunately,
off the field,
court,
track,
closed.
not all people are treated fairly.
In the Big South Conference,
we commit to using our voices
to oppose injustices and inequalities.
Join us as we champion change
towards ensuring even playing fields
in and out of sports.
The Big South Conference,
we're allies,
we're advocates,
where winners are made.
And we're back live at the Winthrop Ballpark, 2-1 in favor of the Aggies. There's number 5, Matt Levinson, being honored on Senior Day, receiving his plaque from the athletic director and taking a picture with the athletic director and the head coach with his folks there. Matt Levinson, one of the fine young men. And it looks like we're going to have a replacement. You remember right fielder Camden Jackson took one off the top of his foot, and apparently it's ailing him to the point where he's not able to continue. So he will come out of the ball game limping noticeably, and we certainly hope that it's just a one-day thing and not something that's going to hinder him from playing next weekend. You know, it's a competitive game, and certainly you want your team to win, but I don't think anybody wants to see a player from the other team get hurt to the point where they can't continue to play. Joey Sveditz steps up and bangs his second hit of the ball game. He's 2 for 2 as he singled back in the first. And that'll bring up Dylan Morton, the senior. Here's the replay. Sveditz just taking it and hitting it right back up the middle. And Joey continues his hot hitting. He's been hot this weekend. Shermer Dalton has gone out to right field to replace Jackson. Shermer, Shermar. Dalton, freshman, throws right-handed, bats left-handed. No balls and 2 strikes to Dylan Morton with Joey Sveditz on at first and nobody out. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Jaheim Brown delivers high and outside, ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. On the ground to the second baseman. He's underhanded the shortstop for 1. And Morton is out at first base on the double play. Morton is turning around and having some words with Andrew Glenn. Watch the replay. Good play by the second baseman Alex Seaton to get it over to short and the throw across. Let's take a look at that again. Let's see Morton going down the first baseline. He crosses the bag there, and the throw. TR is out there, Tom Regina's out there, and having a word with the umpire as Andrew Kidna steps in between Morton and the umpire. Now Tom Reginas is out there arguing his case with Andrew Glenn. Let's look at it from this angle. Morton's on the bag and then the ball comes in. Andrew Glenn's closer to the play than I am, but it certainly appeared as if he missed that one from this vantage point anyway. Reginas has had his say. He's back in the dugout, and here comes Kyrie Miller. Miller flied out to right field in his first at-bat. Sent the right fielder back to the warning track, but that was all. Now he steps in with 2 outs after the double play. 2-1 in favor of North Carolina A&T here in the bottom of inning number 3. High fly ball into foul territory. Is that going to be? It's going to go out of play, and first baseman Chet Sykes ran right into that retaining wall and took it all right on his chest. The trainer from Winthrop, Scott Morrison, is on his way out to see about Sykes. Here comes Ben Hall and their trainer, and Canyon Brown, the catcher, is also on his way out to check on his teammate. And Sykes is hurting. He's down. He took that wall very hard, folks. Certainly hope he's okay. Goodness gracious, you just hate to see this. Watch him, how hard he goes into that wall. You know, there's a difference between involvement and commitment. The chef who cooks turtle soup is involved in the turtle soup. The turtle is committed to it. Chet Sykes, folks, was committed to that foul ball. He wasn't just going over to have a look. He wanted to bust down that wall and make the catch. Good. Sykes is getting up. Amen. Look at him hit the wall, how hard he hit it. Certainly knocked the wind out of him, if nothing less. He's going back to his position and putting his glove on. Goodness gracious. Yeah, a good hand for Sykes and well deserved. That's going to smart for a day or two. All right, good job, Andrew. Or Chet, pardon me, Chet Sykes. Andrew Pickna, the first base coach. I got him mixed up, pardon me. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kyrie Miller, and he swings and misses and strikes out. That'll do it for the Eagles here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. No runs. Nobody left on base. At the end of the 3rd inning, 2-1 in favor of North Carolina A&T. You're watching Big South Baseball on ESPN+.
Whether it's the practice field or weight room, in class or on game day, we compete down here. We put in work day in and day out to take a step forward towards degrees, championships. Our goals, excellence on every level. More than 4,000 student athletes, one attitude. We are the Big South, where winners are made.
In sports,
we are used to an even playing field.
Unfortunately,
off the field,
court,
track,
Closed.
not all people are treated fairly.
In the Big South Conference,
We commit to using our voices.
To oppose injustices and inequalities.
Join us as we champion change.
towards ensuring even playing fields.
In and out of sports.
The Big South Conference,
We're allies.
we're advocates,
where winners are made.
Back live at the Winthrop Ballpark, 2-1 North Carolina A&T. And on senior day, our next honoree is Jared Montanari, right-handed pitcher. Accompanied by his parents, Sue and Troy Montanari, he graduated with a bachelor's degree in business administration. A 4-year player for the Eagles, has been in 21 games during his career, notching a 2-0 record. And this year he has a career high of 17 innings pitched. And he's done a great job. Jarrett Montanari. Garrett Gainey back on the mound to start the 4th inning. He trails 2-1. 2 home runs given up. And now here is Shamar Dalton, S-H-E-M-A-R. Shamar Dalton, who replaced Jackson in right field. And holy cow, Garrett Gainey ran into Jackson as he was trying to make the tag going down the first base line. And Gainey standing right there and making sure that Shamar is okay. Dalton's shoe came off and he was putting his shoes back on. Gainey pats him on the backside. Here's the replay. Right down the first base line, and Gainey hustling over, gets the ball and just inadvertently trips Dalton. And who's the second person over there besides first base or second baseman Joey Tepper is Garrett Gainey. Put his arm on his shoulder and then patted him on the back as he went back into the dugout. Okay, enough of this stuff, guys. Let's play ball. I don't want to see anybody else get hurt today. No balls and 1 strike. This is Canyon Brown, who homered in his first at-bat, 0-2. Brown batting .291 as he stands in. I talked to him before the game. I think I mentioned that, but I told him, I said, Canyon, freshmen are not supposed to be hitting around 290 and hitting home runs like that. He kind of chuckled and he said, well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. A fine young man. Enjoyed having a little chat with him. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to the catcher. Garrett Gainey from the windup. Fouled at the plate. Ty Hooks had it and bounced out of his glove. So the count holds at 1-2. Gainey rocks on the rubber, comes to the plate. High fastball swung on and missed. Brown was trying to go 2 for 2 in home runs, and he saw that high fastball that looked as big as a grapefruit, but when it got to home plate, it was as small as a ping pong ball. Watch this high fastball here. Brown just chased it. Good 1-2 pitch by Gainey. 2 outs now. And here's Brett Mersman, the designated hitter. Gainey comes back on an 0-1 pitch with a breaking ball that he leaves outside. Ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. Mersman struck out in his first at-bat as he takes one out of the strike zone. 2 balls and 1 strike. Down to Spike at first base. He's got it and will carry it to the bag himself, and that'll do it for the Aggies here in the top of the 4th inning. Nothing doing for NCA&T. At the end of 3.5 innings of play, it's 2-1 Aggies. You're watching Big South Baseball on ESPN+.
Whether it's the practice field or weight room, in class or on game day, we compete down here. We put in work, day in and day out, to take a step forward towards degrees, championships. Our goals? Excellence on every level. More than 4,000 student athletes, one attitude. We are the Big South, where winners are made.
In sports,
we are used to an even playing field.
Unfortunately,
off the field,
court,
track,
Closed.
not all people are treated fairly.
In the Big South Conference,
We commit to using our voices.
To oppose injustices and inequalities.
Join us as we champion change.
towards ensuring even playing fields.
In and out of sports.
The Big South Conference,
We're allies.
we're advocates,
where winners are made.
Back live at the Winthrop Ballpark on Senior Day 2022. The NCA&T Aggies holding a 2-1 lead, and right now you're seeing the pregame ceremonies. That's Tyler Jones being honored, as he is a graduate now of Winthrop University in his final year. Chuck Ray, the interim athletic director. There's one by Joey Tepper right inside the bag down the line at third. Tepper's on his way for second. Here comes the throw and the slide, and he's out. Tepper did not like that call at all, and here comes Tom Reginas, and he wants to have a word with Terrence Jones. Let's look at it again. Joey hits it right inside the line down third base. Great play by the left fielder, Cameron Brantley, who comes up and fires a strike. Let's look at that from right there. Hard to tell from there. And Tom Reginas has been asked to leave the ball game by Terrence Jones. So TR gets tossed out of this ball game. Ben Hall has been tossed out of the first two ball games this weekend. Folks, all I can say is strap yourself in because I don't think this ride is over today. 2-1 in favor of the Aggies here in the bottom of the fourth inning with one out. Tom Reginas has been just been ejected from the ball game as Joey Tepper was called out at second base by third base umpire Terrence Jones. Jaheim Brown into the windup and the pitch to Ethan Fuel. 1 ball and no strikes. Fuel singled back in the second inning. Fouls this one off to the right and out of play, and there go the youngsters. Boy, there were 4 of them sitting right in the front row there, and as soon as that ball went back, all 4 of them turned the corner and headed downstairs like the place was on fire. Fuel hits one high in the air to right field. The right fielder coming over and makes the catch in foul territory. That's Camden. Oh no, that's not Jackson. That is Shamar Dalton out there in right field. As we said, Camden Jackson left the ball game, and again, we certainly hope that he is okay. Took a ball off of his foot. Here comes Ty Hooks now. Hooks singled in his first plate appearance. The Eagles left him at third base. He looks at ball 1 ball and no strikes. Shamar Dalton in right field, making that last play. A little bit high and tight. 2 balls and no strikes. Brown from the windup, and that one's outside, gets away from the catcher, Canyon Brown. Jack Spike will come out of the on-deck circle and grab that baseball. And that one misses high, ball 4. So Hooks will travel down to first base, and now here comes Jack Spike. Watch this one. Hooks has to dive back out of the way of that for ball 4. And he'll take a free pass to first base. Jack Spike's RBI is accountable for the only run in the ballgame for the Eagles. It's 2-1 in favor of the Aggies as Spike takes a breaking ball over for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Jack hit a single down the left field line to drive in a run in his first plate appearance. He's 1 for 1. Robbie Tall on deck for the Eagles. 2 outs, bottom of the fourth inning, 2-1, A&T. Next pitch is upstairs. Ball 1, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Spike stays alive 1-2 by fouling one out of play. So if the season ended today, last year's conference tournament winner Presbyterian would not even make the field. Spike swings and misses and strikes out. That'll do it for Jack and the Eagles here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 2-1, North Carolina A&T. We'll be back with the top of the fifth inning. You're watching Big South Baseball on ESPN+.
Whether it's the practice field or weight room, in class or on game day, We compete down here. We put in work day in and day out to take a step forward towards degrees, championships. Our goals? Excellence on every level. More than 4,000 student athletes, one attitude. We are the Big South, where winners are made.
In sports,
we are used to an even playing field.
Unfortunately,
off the field,
court,
track,
Closed.
not all people are treated fairly.
In the Big South Conference,
We commit to using our voices.
To oppose injustices and inequalities.
Join us as we champion change.
towards ensuring even playing fields
In and out of sports.
The Big South Conference,
We're allies.
we're advocates,
where winners are made.
We're back live at the Winthrop Ballpark. And again, you're looking at Ty Jones getting his framed jersey on senior day. Ty, a graduate of the Winthrop University now. Made some great contributions to the program. Now we're back to baseball. Top of the fifth inning, 2-1 in favor of North Carolina A&T. For the Aggies, Saban Roan will lead off. He'll be followed by TJ Ash and Alex Seaton. The numbers 7, 8, and 9 in the order for head coach Ben Hall. There's a fly ball, and that's going to be a tweener. Little Texas leaguer by Saban Roan. That's a single, the 6th hit of the ball game for the Aggies. Watch this. He just bloops it over Joey Tepper's head. Tepper going back and just too far for him to get to, and C.J. Conrad playing in center field had no chance. Now here's TJ Ash. Ash 1 for 1 in the ballgame, singled in his last at bat. Squared around to bunt. And Gainey's going to toss over to first base and see if he can get Roan leaning the wrong way. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Aggies. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors for Winthrop. Joey Sveditz coming in from third base. Ash tries to bunt and misses the ball. No balls and 1 strike. If you think it's easy, folks, come and try it. I'll have Garrett Gainey stay around after the game and see if you can bunt off of him. That's a tough thing to do. I don't care how many times you've done it successfully. Every time you do it, it's a good play. Here's the 0-1. This time the bunt hits the plate and goes backwards, foul ball, no balls and 2 strikes. TJ Ash, the Aggies sophomore center fielder, steps back in. No balls and 2 strikes. Not squaring around this time. Looks at a breaking ball outside, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Runner goes from first, the throw down, and he's safe. Good throw on 1 hop by Ty Hooks. But umpire Terrence Jones right on top of it to make the call. Let's take a look at that one again. There goes the runner. I think the umpire made the right call. His hand was on the bag just before the tag. Ball gets in the dirt and gets away from Hooks. So Roan is now down at third base after a stolen base. And a wild pitch. Nobody out here in the top of the fifth inning, 2-1 Aggies. Now the infield will play in, trying to knock anything down in front of them. And TJ Ash gets hit by the pitch. Now Austin Hill coming out to argue the case that he had made that he had swung at the pitch and swung into the ball. Bradley Newton in conversation with Austin Hill now. And Ben Hall is on his way out to first base to check on his batter, TJ Ash. Ash holding his wrist. Here's the replay. Austin Hill's argument that right there constituted a swing at the pitch because he crossed the plane of the plate. And now the umpires are going to get together and kibitz about it. Now the ball clearly hit him, but that it hit him on his hand, because if it hit his hand, that's part of the bat. And they're contending that it was hit by a pitch and that they made the correct call. Austin Hill's still out there, and he's got a few more words for Bradley Newton. Goodness gracious, folks. Jared Montanari throwing down in the bullpen, along with Dyson Johnson. Montanari, one of the graduating seniors in his last home game at the Winthrop ballpark. And we certainly hope that TJ Ash is okay down at first base. Coach Ben Hall points at him and says something before he heads back to the dugout with his trainer, and Ash will stay at first base. Been an interesting game, folks. It's just been an interesting. Good gracious. Alex Seaton will now step up. Seaton hit a blast to left field in his first at bat for a home run. 1 for 1 on the day. Batting .222 as he stands in. Breaking ball over for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. And boy, the Winthrop fans are all over home plate umpire Bradley Newton. Well, they've been all over all of the umpires today. Gainey throws over to first to chase Ash back to the bag, and TJ stands up safely. No balls and 1 strike to Alex Seaton. Seaton squares around a bunt and fouls it back. Frustrated with himself because he thought he could have gotten that pitch down. But Gainey ahead of Seaton, now 0-2. Gainey staring in to get a sign from his catcher, Ty Hooks. Checks the runner at first. Comes to the plate. Breaking ball, got him looking. Caught the outside of the plate, and Seaton goes down on strikes. 2 down now with runners on the corners, and here comes the replay. Pitch right there. Ty Hooks didn't even have to move his glove as Gainey hit it right there. Back to the top of the order for the Aggies. Cameron Brantley steps in. Brantley 1 for 2 on the day, a single and a strikeout. Breaking ball that just missed. 1 ball and no strikes. Left-hander against left-hander. Gainey delivers in the dirt. Ty Hooks prevents a run from coming home by blocking that, as Saban Roan is down at third base. TJ Ash down at first after having been hit by a pitch. Gainey misses outside, ball 3, 3-0. Dyson Johnson and Jarrett Montanari still getting loose in the bullpen for the Eagles. That pitch is over for a strike. Brantley taking all the way. 3 balls and 1 strike. CJ Conrad is playing shaded toward right field, and in left field, Ethan Fuel is straight away, so there's a pretty good gap in left center field if Brantley can hit one that way. The infield has shifted quite a bit to the left. And there it is right there. Ethan Fuel comes up, makes the grab. The runner's coming from third. Here's the throw cut off by Joey Sveditz, and it's 3-1 Aggies. And watch this. Brantley gets a good piece of it, but Fuel comes in and throwing, and Joey Sveditz cut it off as Roan crossed the plate. Now here's Anthony Hennings with 2 outs and a runner on first base. TJ Ash down at first. First pitch is high, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. High in the air to center field. CJ Conrad has a bead on it, and he makes the catch, and that'll do it for the Aggies here in the top of the 5th inning, but not before they put another run on the board, and they lead 3-1 after 4.5 innings of play. You're watching Big South Baseball on ESPN+.
Whether it's the practice field or weight room, in class or on game day, we compete down here. We put in work day in and day out to take a step forward towards degrees, championships. Our goals, excellence on every level. More than 4,000 student athletes, one attitude. We are the Big South, where winners are made.
In sports,
we are used to an even playing field.
Unfortunately,
off the field,
court,
track.
post.
Not all people are treated fairly.
In the Big South Conference,
We commit to using our voices.
to oppose injustices and inequalities.
Join us as we champion change.
towards ensuring even playing fields
In and out of sports.
The Big South Conference,
We're allies.
we're advocates,
where winners are made.
It's the Pepsi What Fans Like portion of the ball game as they played YMCA. They cut it off too soon. They didn't even get to the YMCA part. 3-1 in favor of North Carolina A&T as we're back here live at the Winthrop ballpark heading into the bottom of the fifth inning. It's going to be Robbie Tall, C.J. Conrad, and Joey Sveditz, the numbers 9, 1, and 2 hitters in the lineup. And the Eagles now being coached by committee as Tom Reginas was invited not to participate in the game anymore by one of the umpires. Tall hits one to the wall in right center field, and he will trot into second base with a stand-up double. So for Tall, his 7th double of the year. There it is again. He just takes it inside out, punches it right over the second baseman's head. That was a great effort down there by Alex Seaton. But right fielder Shamar Dalton picked it up and fired it in, and Tall is down at second base. Here's Joey Sveditz. Sveditz 0 for 2 on the day. Popped up to the second baseman and hit a fly ball out to center field. Takes one high and inside, ball 1, 1-0. The corner infielders are playing in. First baseman Chet Sykes ready to charge if Sveditz turns around to bunt. That one's inside right at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike. Single into right field. Here comes Tall around the third. He's going to make it to the plate. Sveditz goes down to second on the throw. And it's 3-2 in favor of the Aggies as the Eagles come back and answer the 1 run that the Aggies got in the top of the inning with one of their own. Watch this. Sveditz just punches it right into the hole. Out to right field. What a good throw by Shamar Dalton from right field. I apologize, that was C.J. Conrad at the plate. He's the one at second base. Now Sveditz is up. Over for a strike, no balls and 2 strikes to the Eagle third baseman. Yeah, sometimes you just miss things, I guess, huh? C.J. Conrad down at second, nobody out. 1 run across in the inning for the Eagles, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Joey Sveditz. Sveditz 2 singles in the ball game so far, 2 for 2. Conrad 2 for 4 on the year in stealing. And that ball is thrown to the second baseman on a hop. Good job by Alex Seaton to pick that one up. Jaheim Brown from the stretch, checking Conrad at second. Now he comes to the plate 1 and 2, and Sveditz fouls it back. He'll stay alive. That ball bouncing around amongst the customers. There's one into the hole into right field. Conrad's on his way around third. He'll score. And it's a tie ball game, 3-3 on a single by Joey Sveditz. Watch this one. Sveditz just takes it the way it came. Hits it right back into the same place that Conrad hit it. That throw was cut off by the first baseman to keep Sveditz at first base. Second mound visit of the ball game for the Aggies, Jamie Scherber, the pitching coach. Robbie Monday coaching at third base now after Tom Reginas was ejected from the ball game. He comes over to have a word with home plate umpire Bradley Newton. The rule is that the bench can have 3 visits to the mound during the game, and the catcher can have 3 for a total of 6. The catcher can take some of the mound visits from the coaches, but the coaches cannot take one from the catcher. So the coaches are only allowed to come out 3 times. That pitch is way inside. Sveditz was on his way to second base on the pitch anyway. Home plate umpire Bradley Newton walked halfway out to the mound, and instead of Jaheim Brown giving him the ball, he threw it to the Eagle dugout, and Newton gave him a new ball to work with. Look at that. Dylan Morton did a great job of diving out of the way of that one. He got hit by the ball after he was walking out of the batter's box. That one's fouled off to the left and out of play. That'll run the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Look at the youngsters. You gotta love it, folks. There are so many children in the crowd today, and they are all hustling after every foul ball. Goodness gracious sakes alive. Morton hammers one to left center, right center field, and this ball is way out of here. A home run for Dylan Morton, number 14 on the year. How appropriate for the senior statesman of the ball club, Dylan Morton, to get a hold of one and hit a home run in his final at game at the Winthrop ballpark. And of course he gets to slap Will Martin, who's holding the cone on his head. He slaps the cone and trots into the dugout. And that's going to do it for Jaheim Brown as the Eagles have taken a lead, posting 4 runs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 5-3 Winthrop. 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Eagles. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Aggies. We have a pitching change. We'll be back. Don't go away. This one is not over. Actually, let's just stay here. We'll look at Morton trot the bases again. Morton getting a high five, or a low five as it were, from Robbie Monday at third base. There's Jay. Now watch this. He punches the cone instead of just slapping it. And Will Martin just falls backward. The new pitcher in the ball game is Trey Fields, the junior right-hander. Fields coming into the ball game with a 1-1 record. He's pitched in 20 innings, has 21 hits, 17 runs, 14 of them earned. He's walked 15 and struck out 18. He's given up 3 doubles, 4 home runs, and has an earned run average of 630 with a whip of 180. Junior right-hander Trey Jones. More senior day festivities. And there's the man that just hit the home run, Dylan Morton, being honored. What a great career he's had as a Winthrop Eagle. A career high 14 home runs for the senior now, as he is in his final game here at the Winthrop ballpark, and it's tough to say goodbye, folks. Now there are Dave and Marnie O's escorting their son, Macklin O's. What a fine young man Macklin O's is. It's going to be hard to say goodbye to these young men as they are in their final home game. Macklin graduated with a degree in business administration in the spring. A 5-year player for the Eagles, made 44 appearances on the mound with 9 starts. Posted a 1-0 record in 2020 with a career low 2.25 ERA. Kyrie Miller will step to the plate now with nobody out and 4 runs across in the inning. The first pitch delivered by Trey Fields. Outside ball 1-0. That one catches the outside corner. Fields a sidewinder. So that ball's going to cut across the home plate, away from a right-handed batter. There's one hit high in the air. That's going to sail foul behind us, or actually to the side of us. And again, there go the youngsters chasing that ball. Got it! Isn't that just marvelous? Kids in baseball, folks, they just belong together. Next pitch is a breaking ball that finds the inside corner, and Kyrie watches it go by, and he'll go down on strikes. That'll bring up Joey Tepper. Tepper 1 for 2 on the day. He singled in his last at-bat and flew out to the center fielder back in the second inning. Breaking ball that Tepper cues off the end of the stick, and the second baseman, the second baseman, Alex Seaton, dove for it and scooted right under his glove. You know, when a batter hits the ball off the end of his bat like that, there's going to be plenty of English on it, and that ball just spun right away from Seaton. Watch this again. It goes right off the end of his bat, and Seaton coming in, and the ball just scoots right under his glove. Tough play for the second baseman. The 11th hit of the ball game for the Eagles. No way you can give Seaton an error on that play. Here's Ethan Fuel. Fuel singled and scored a run in the second inning. Hit a foul fly ball to right field in his last at-bat. Trey Fields delivers, and Fuel hits it in the air to center field. The center fielder's coming up, and TJ Ash makes the play there. So 2 away here now in the bottom of the fifth inning. The Eagles have pushed 4 runs across, 5-3 in favor of Winthrop. Ty Hooks will step to the plate now. Hooks playing behind the plate, 1 for 1 on the day, singled in the second, and then walked back in the fourth. Ty batting .253. The runner goes, and he's safe. So Tepper, off on the pitch, gets in ahead of the throw by Canyon Brown. 1 ball and no strikes. The count to Hooks. 5 runs, 11 hits now for the Eagles, no errors. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for North Carolina A&T. There's a line drive into left field, right at Cameron Brantley for the 3rd out. So Hooks hit it on the button, but Brantley was waiting right there for it. And that'll do it for Hooks and the Eagles in the bottom of the 5th inning, but they push 4 runs across and take a 2-run lead. It's 5-3 Winthrop. You're watching Big South Baseball on ESPN+.
Whether it's the practice field or weight room, in class or on game day, we compete down here. We put in work day in and day out to take a step forward towards degrees, championships, our goals, excellence on every level. More than 4,000 student athletes, one attitude. We are the Big South, where winners are made.
In sports,
We are used to an even playing field. Unfortunately,
the fact not all people are treated fairly.
The Big South Conference.
Commit to using our voices.
To oppose injustices and inequality.
Join us as we champion change.
Towards ensuring even playing fields.
In and out of schools.
The Big South Conference,
We're allies.
We're advocates.
we're winners.
So it's a great weekend here at the ballpark if you're a Winthrop Eagle fan. They lead the A&T Aggies 5-3 after a 4-run inning. And there is the third base camera with the cameraman sitting there holding up an umbrella. And the reason he's holding up an umbrella is because he should be ashamed of himself. That's my son, Sean. And I'm sitting here, and there's a box from one of the local places where you can get a sandwich. And I opened the box, and I looked inside, and there's a half chewed up sandwich with a little bit of stuff left on it. And I asked our producer where it came from, and he said, Sean left that for you. Fly ball to Kyrie Miller. He takes a step in and a step back. Looked like he was doing the do-si-do for a minute, but he comes up with it, and there's 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Anyway, as we were investigating the mystery of the sandwich, Radim Wells, our producer, said, Sean said you can have it. And I looked at it, and I'm like, yeah, thanks. Ground ball to Robbie Tall at short. Over to Jack Spike, and there are 2 away quickly here in the top of the 6th inning. It's nice to have kids that love their dad, isn't it? I said Radim Wells. I apologize. It's Radim Walls. Mea culpa, mea maxima culpa, good sir. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Canyon Brown, the catcher. Brown has already homered in this game. That's 3 games in a row in which Brown has taken it out of the Winthrop ballpark. Gainey drops a breaking ball in the dirt, and Brown swings and misses. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs, top of the 6th inning, 5-3 Winthrop. Brown turns on one and hits it hard, but you ever see those softball fields where they have one field back to back to back to another, 4 fields kind of all? If Brown was on a softball field, that last foul ball would have been in center field of the softball field next to him. Gainey drops another curveball over that Brown misses and strikes him out. At the end of 5.5 innings of play, Winthrop 5, North Carolina A&T 3. You're watching Big South Baseball on ESPN+.
Whether it's the practice field or weight room, in class or on game day, we compete down here. We put in work day in and day out to take a step forward towards degrees, championships. Our goals, excellence on every level. More than 4,000 student athletes, one attitude. We are the Big South, where winners are made.
In sports,
we are used to an even playing field.
Unfortunately,
off the field,
court,
track,
Closed.
not all people are treated fairly.
In the Big South Conference,
We commit to using our voices
to oppose injustices and inequalities.
Join us as we champion change.
towards ensuring even playing fields.
in and out of sports.
The Big South Conference,
We're allies.
we're advocates,
where winners are made.
Thank you to our sponsors, Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength. Visit HerculesTires.com. Ingalls, low prices, love the savings. Sunbelt Rentals, we have equipment for that. And First Citizens Bank, forever first. Also Pepsi, who sponsors our Pepsi What Fans Like. Thank you, sponsors. You're watching Big South Baseball on ESPN+. Back live at the Winthrop Ballpark, Bob Woodard with you, and Jack Spike will step to the plate to start the bottom of the 6th inning for the Eagles. And he takes a strike from Trey Fields. No balls and 1 strike. Spike hits one in the air to right field. The right fielder's going back and reaches up and catches it over his left shoulder. Good play in right field by Shamar Dalton. Watch this play by Dalton in right field, going back and looking up and reaching back with his left hand over his left shoulder. That's a tough play. Handled very well by the right fielder. Good play. Here's Robbie Tall. First pitch to him is a breaking ball over for a strike. Fields ahead of the Eagle shortstop. 1 ball and no strike, or no balls and 1 strike. There's a line drive right into the gap into right field. Robbie Tall is 2 for 3 on the day with a single and a double. He also scored a run back in the 5th inning. That'll bring up the top of the order and C.J. Conrad. Conrad singled and had an RBI in his last at-bat. Have an arm getting loose down in the bullpen for the Aggies. Throw over to first base. It gets away, and Tall is going to go all the way to third. Let's take a look at that again. Fields turns around and throws wide of Chet Sykes. And that one went all the way down the right field line. As Tall goes all the way to third. Right fielder Shamar Dalton actually came in and got that and made the throw across to third base. Now the infield is playing in, trying to knock anything down so that no more runs score. 5-3 in favor of Winthrop with one out here in the bottom of the sixth. C.J. Conrad with a big swing and a miss, no balls and 2 strikes. C.J. batting .281 as he steps into the batter's box for this at-bat. With runners in scoring position, he's batting .317. Foul tips one at the plate, held on to by Canyon Brown, and CJ is done. Out number 2. That'll bring up Joey Sveditz. Sveditz, all he's done today is hit 3 singles and score a run and have an RBI. 3 for 3 on the day, has his batting average back up over 300. He's at .303. With 2 outs, though, he's a little tougher than that. He's batting .327. Breaking ball that catches the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike. Boy, there has been so much chirping going on in this game. All 3 of the umpires have taken heat from both sides of the aisle, on the visitors' side fans and the Eagle fans. And it's just been a strange ball game with all the things that have gone on. There's a pop fly on the infield. First baseman Chet Sykes grabs that one, and that'll do it for Sveditz and the Eagles. No runs. They pick up a hit. 5-3 Winthrop at the end of 6 innings of play, and you're watching Big South Baseball on ESPN+.
Big things are happening this year across the South, from the mountains to the coast. The fast are getting faster. The strong are getting stronger. And the best is getting better. Get ready to raise your expectations. Get ready for something big. Ingalls, a proud sponsor of Big South Sports.
There's over 450 million hoopers out there. One will outscore the country and put Norman on the map. Less than 1% of high school players get a scholarship. Odds a freshman would lead the nation in points and assists. One ain't never been done. 1.3% of college players get drafted. Only one will drop 48-11 in the conference finals. One will know this is just the beginning. Trey had a 1.5 billion chance to get here, but he saw a possibility.
Garrett Gainey on the mound in what might be his best outing of the year. Certainly his best outing out of his last 4 appearances, as he holds a 5-3 lead over the North Carolina A&T Aggies as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Gainey has allowed 3 runs on 6 hits. He has allowed the 2 home runs, but in 6 innings, only 79 pitches, which is a good pitch count. And the first pitch to Brett Mersman, the designated hitter, is swung on and missed. No balls and 1 strike. Gainey has struck out 6 batters today and has not walked anybody. No balls and 2 strikes now to Mersman. 5-3 Winthrop, top of the 7th inning. Good breaking ball. Mersman got caught looking, and he goes down on strikes. 7th strikeout of the ball game for Gainey. Saban Roan will step to the plate now, and here's the pitch to Mersman as he got caught looking at a good breaking ball from Garrett Gainey. Roan hits one high in the air to right field. Kyrie Miller moseys over to his left and hauls that one in for the second out of the inning. 2 away. That'll bring up TJ Ash, the center fielder. Ash. And instead of Ash, we're going to have a pinch hitter. That's Noah Lee. Lee stepping in for his first at-bat of the weekend. Looks at a ball low, 1 ball and no strikes. Noah Lee, a 6 foot, 175-pound redshirt sophomore out of Greensboro, North Carolina, and Dudley High School. So he will most likely stay in the game and take over one of the outfield positions, whether they put him in center or not. But TJ Ash's work is done for the day, and Lee swings and misses. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gainey leaves that one high and outside. That'll even the count at 2. 2-2 with 2 outs. Swung on a miss, strike 3. 8 strikeouts in the game now for Garrett Gainey as he walks off the mound after 7 innings, holding a 5-3 lead.
All right, then. Time for the 7th inning stretch.
Lee having a big rip, but swinging over a fastball, and it's time for the 7th inning stretch. Take me out to the ball game. You're watching Big South Baseball on ESPN+.
This year, across the South, from the mountains to the coast, the fast are getting faster, the strong are getting stronger, and the best is getting better. Get ready to raise your expectations. Get ready for something big. Ingles, a proud sponsor of Big South Sports.
There's over 450 million hoopers out there. One will outscore the country and put Norman on the map. Less than 1% of high school players get a scholarship. Odds of freshmen would lead the nation in points and assists. One and never been done. 1.3% of college players get drafted. Only one will drop 48 and 11 in the conference finals. One will know this is just the beginning. Trey had a 1.5 billion chance to get here, but he saw a possibility.
Seton, a long home run back in the third inning, and then got caught looking at strike three in the fifth. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Garrett Gainey still on the mound for the Eagles here in the eighth inning, pitching a fine game. And Seton hits one foul off to the right, now to play. That'll run the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Hard to believe that it's the last day of the season for the home games.
You know, they say the days are long, but the years are short.
Isn't that the truth?
And I tell you what, it's amazing. As you said, some of these young men have been here for 5 years now, and it's.
There's another long fly ball to left field, but this time Ethan Fuel has a bead on it, and he makes the catch. And that'll do it for
almost looks
Seton.
Almost looks like the wind is blowing in a little bit right now. The clouds are getting a little dark, but I think the storm's supposed to pass around us, but it looks like every once in a while the wind jumps up. Looked like it knocked that ball down.
That is not Fuel in left field. Hunter Christopher stays in the game after batting in the bottom of the 7th inning, and he takes over in left field. So Christopher in left. And now the batter, Cameron Brantley. Brantley singled back in the first inning. They left him at third base. He struck out, and then he hit a sacrifice line drive to left field, but got an RBI. So he's 1 for 2 in the ball game with an RBI.
You know, speaking of the Coliseum, although we're out in the ballpark, you know, Neil Gordon was Winthrop's first head men's basketball coach, as well as an athletic director, and he had passed just recently, but he was the visionary for the Coliseum.
Was he really? Okay, I did not know that. Brantley has his second hit of the ball game as he punches one into right field past second baseman Joey Tepper. And now with 1 out, there's a runner on first base. Let's take a look at that shot right there, just past a diving Tepper. Brantley on at first base.
He's been all over the place today. He dove one early in the first inning, too, the other way.
Yes. Now a mound visit as Austin Hill goes out and he wants to talk to Garrett Gainey. And that's going to do it for Gainey. He's getting handshakes all the way around. A great start for the sophomore left-hander. And Garrett will come out of the ball game with a 5-3 lead. 3 runs, 7 hits for Garrett. The runner at first base belongs to him.
You know, when they play senior day and you're a sophomore out on the mound, I know that those young men want to step up for their seniors and do a nice job, and did a real nice job today on the mound.
Yeah, they do. And now that is Willie Lumpkin who has come in. Lumpkin will take over on the hill, and he is asked to get the final 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning without letting the Aggies come across the plate. So they're doing renovations. When are they going to put the permanent roof on?
Permanent roof is starting to come on now. It should be done about the beginning of August. We're going to have a little cleanup time after that once the roof gets on. So the Coliseum's actually be down for a little bit of August, but in time for convocation. And then, we'll have our fall sports as fast as the summer may come and go. We're preparing already for it.
And, it's funny. As you get older, the time comes and goes a whole lot quicker.
It sure does. Well, there's a lot going on around here this summer, though, too. There's a lot of great camps. All our coaches put on great clinics, great camps for the young ones that want to come out, boys, girls. I know TR does a good job with his camps, and Wendy at softball does a nice job with her camps. Basketball, of course, have his camps, volleyball. All our sports, soccer's. And so you go to winthropeagles.com and check out the camps page there and see what we can get your son and daughter involved in.
That's right.
A lot of
difficult question, and I don't mean to put you on the spot, but is there any situation where you see football being a part of Winthrop University?
Any situation where I see fit?
Yeah, where you see football.
Oh, football.
As a part of the university.
You know, I think football is a touchy topic right now.
Is it?
in town, now that the Panthers are trying to figure out what they're doing with their practice stadium that's 5 miles down the road that's halfway built. And so we'll see what the future of football, not just here at Winthrop, but Rock Hill where it lies. And
well, you can count on South Point High School, Northwestern High School, and Rock Hill High School to put good competitive teams on the field.
Amazing job the city has done with football. You know, Football City USA is one of the nicknames of Rock Hill. And matter of fact, on the volleyball program, we had Jessica Young. Her father, Benji Young, was a longtime coach here at Northwestern High School. I think he might have gone to South Point after that, too, for a bit. But you know, there's so many professionals that have come out of this area, and it's just a great area for football.
Willie Lumpkin delivers the 0-2 pitch high and outside to Anthony Hennings, the shortstop. Hennings 1 for 3 on the day, singled in the first inning, grounded to the third baseman, and hit a fly ball out to center field. Reaches out and punches one to right field, and that's going to drop in front of Kyrie Miller. Brantley had to hold up a little bit in case Miller was close enough to make that catch, so he wasn't able to make the turn and go down to third. So there's runners on first and second base with one out. Top of the 8th inning. The batter is going to be Chet Sykes, the first baseman. Sykes 0 for 3 on the day, 2 flyouts to the right fielder and 1 to the center fielder. Sykes batting .243 as he steps into the batter's box now.
I tell you, Bob, now that I'm in this position, you get to hear about,
That one goes under the glove of Sveditz. 1 run will come around and score, and that's going to make it 5-4 in favor of the Eagles.
I thought that was going to be a double play ball there.
As Brantley comes home to score. It's confusing because Brantley is listed as number 27 in the program, but he's wearing number 22. So every time I see him, I'm like, wait, did I get the wrong player?
Yeah, he changed it out today.
But maybe the yellow jersey with the blue shoulders doesn't have a 27 in the mix. So,
you know, sometimes we call that, the coaches call that their blood jersey. Maybe they, in practice, they might have scuffed it up or made a hole in it or even got a little blood on it. And so much so that there's an extra jersey that the coach is keeping a bag, and that looks like it was 22 today.
Well, you know, Tom Reginas yesterday wore number 42.
That's right.
Because the white jersey that he used for number 10 was actually stolen.
Yeah.
So, Coach wears number 42 on the white jersey day.
That in honor of Jackie Robinson?
Yeah. Shamar Dalton comes up now for the Aggies. Dalton 0 for 2. Grounded out to the pitcher, Garrett Gainey, who got tangled up with Dalton, and he stumbled around into first base, and glad he wasn't hurt. And then he grounded out to the shortstop, Robbie Tall, in his last at-bat.
Been a couple odd plays in that way. That young man that went into the wall down the first base
Good
line.
night. That scared the heck out of me.
Yeah.
You know, and then you had the right fielder for the Aggies had to come out.
Right.
Camden Jackson. There's one in the air. Nice. Hunter Christopher goes over and makes the catch, and he comes up throwing as the runner's on his way to third. And Christopher made it close. But Anthony Hennings is at third base with 2 outs, and now the tying and run and the go-ahead run are in scoring position.
It's always an interesting position when you have first base open like this, and how aggressive do you pitch at this particular batter?
Watch this one, just hits it inside out down the left field line. Christopher going over. Makes the throw. And if that throw was right on the bag, that would have been an interesting call. And now here's Canyon Brown, and all Brown has done today is hit a monster home run over the left field wall. His third home run in as many days, and then he's been struck out the last 2 times up. He's 1 for 3. Canyon batting .288 as he stands at the plate. First base is open. Willie Lumpkin staring in to get a sign from his catcher, Ty Hooks. The infield is playing back for Brown. Here's the pitch, and that one is off his foot. And Ty Hooks dropped his mask, and one catcher to another, Canyon Brown, reached down and picked it up for him.
Well, we got a good count here. Let's see if we can get them.
Catchers are a special breed. They take care of one another.
They do.
They know what it's like back there.
They get beat up back there, don't they?
Yeah. I was on a team. We had 2 catchers. One's last name was Black and the other was Blue. Here's the 0-2 pitch.
Oh, there we go.
In the air, Joey Tepper's going back and calling for it. Kyrie Miller calls him off and makes the catch. So a good job by Kyrie Miller to come in behind his second baseman and take that. He had an easier angle on it. And that'll do it for the Aggies, but they push a run across and get an inch closer. 5-4 in favor of Winthrop after 7.5 innings of play. You're watching Big South Baseball on ESPN+.
Big things are happening this year across the South, from the mountains to the coast. The fast are getting faster. The strong are getting stronger. And the best is getting better. Get ready to raise your expectations. Get ready for something big. Ingalls, a proud sponsor of Big South Sports.
There's over 450 million hoopers out there. One will outscore the country and put Norman on the map. Less than 1% of high school players get a scholarship. Odds of freshmen would lead the nation in points and assists. One ain't never been done. 1.3% of college players get drafted. Only one will drop 48-11 in the conference finals. One will know this is just the beginning. Trey had a 1.5 billion chance to get here, but he saw a possibility.
Last day of home baseball for the Winthrop Eagles for 2022. And Chuck Ray, it seems like yesterday when I was saying this is the best day of the year because it's the opening day of the season.
Yeah.
And then now we are upon one of the worst days of the year for me is the day we lock this all up for the year and wait till next year to do it again.
I hear you. Let's hope this is our last bats. We don't need them in the bottom of the 9th here.
Heading into the bottom of the 8th inning, Winthrop holding on to a 5-4 lead. They're going to lead off with Ty Hooks, Jack Spike, and Robbie Tall, the number 7, 8, and 9 hitters in the lineup for Winthrop. Hooks 1 for 2 on the day with a walk. His average is at 251. First pitch is outside, ball 1. One ball and no strikes.
The Aggies, they've hung close. I think their last 4 or 5 games, they've only lost by 1 or 2 or maybe 3 runs. So,
well, they played High Point last weekend, very close.
Yeah.
And High Point has taken the first two games of the weekend series from Campbell this weekend.
Wow.
I'm trying to keep track of what's going on over there. Oh, this is not. I've got to remember when I'm working on the laptop and I'm working on the tablet, because the tablet I can move with my finger and the laptop I can't. Fly ball to center field. TJ Ash comes in and makes the catch for the Aggies, and that'll do it for Ty Hooks. And here comes Jack Spike, who had the first run knocked in today for the Eagles. Spike 1 for 2 on the day with a walk and an RBI. The freshman first baseman batting .269. He's had a great freshman campaign.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see him. Hope we can get him for 4 or 5 years, too.
Jack's a great-looking prospect. He really is. He can catch. He can play third base. He can play first. I imagine if you needed him to, he could even sweep the floor. Single up the middle. Spike is 2 for 4 now. And he also had a stolen base.
That was a tough pitch that he kind of battled through, and he did what he could with it. It was a nice swing.
It was a good swing, and basically we call that hitting it where it came from.
Yeah.
Ball came from the outside, and look, he stays right with it and just punches it right over the second baseman's head and into center field for a base hit.
It's a veteran move.
Robbie Tall will step to the plate now. I was going to tell you, Spike also had a stolen base, and I didn't realize he was as quick as he is.
Yeah. He's a little bit tall, so you don't always expect that sometimes.
Yeah, he's 6'3", 6'4". He's got good wheels.
Yeah.
First pitch to Tall is over for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to the Eagles shortstop.
Oh.
And that one's inside. Tall has to back away from that. 1-1. Tall, the sophomore, batting .286. A double and a single. Scored a run in today's game. Also struck out. He's 2 for 3. Breaking ball crosses the inside part of the plate. Tall was hoping that call would have gone the other way.
That one. I thought it was a pretty good pitch, but we're on a different angle here. Nice.
Tall just reaches out and punches that one to the left. The shortstop's got a long throw to make, and he's not going to be able to make it. Tall's safe at first. So Tall 3 for 4 on the day now with 2 singles and a double. And with 1 out, we're back to the top of the order in C.J. Conrad. Conrad struck out in his last at-bat, but in the 5th inning, he singled and had an RBI. 1 for 4, batting .280.
That was another good hit. He fought that one and just made contact, and he's got enough on it to get to first.
Well, and the shortstop was playing a little bit towards second base, which made it even more difficult for him.
Yeah, he made a nice play.
Good play by Hennings to get to it. Yeah, absolutely. Conrad batting .310 with runners in scoring position. He's got Jack Spike down at second base now. As Trey Fields delivers an off-speed pitch outside, ball 1 ball and no strikes. Starting to get a little blustery outside.
Yeah, hopefully it holds off.
As Winnie the Pooh would say, it's a blustery day. A little bit of breeze blowing in from right field. That one's hit high in the air.
It's a good cut.
Back behind home plate. No 1 ball and 1 strike. CJ's got a good swing.
You reading Winnie the Pooh again? You got some grandchildren you reading those books too?
He was a year old on April 9th.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
my kids are
reading.
6
We're
now.
Actually reading more Elmo than we are.
Oh, yeah, is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, you turn Elmo on the TV and he's locked in.
Oh, there
Up
you
the
go.
middle,
Oh.
takes a hop off the mound. A tough hop, great play by the shortstop to get the out at second base. What a play.
That was a nice play.
By Anthony Hennings to stay with that one. It took a sharp hop off the mound, and Hennings was able to backhand it running away from the bag to his second baseman, Alex Seaton. Watch the replay on this. Look at the ball, hits the mound, boom, takes off, and that takes a funny bounce and great backhanded toss to Seaton to get the 1 out. But 2 outs now, runners on the corners.
You know, that was a great, I mean, he saved a run there too. Never mind got an out, but he saved a run.
Here's Joey Sveditz at the plate now. Sveditz 3 for 4 on the day. 3 singles and a foul fly ball to the first baseman. Swings through a breaking ball on the first pitch. No balls and 1 strike.
A lot of off speed, a lot of breaking balls here.
We call that pitching backwards when you start somebody off with a breaking ball.
Yeah.
Trey Fields has now pitched 3 2/3. Sveditz hits one in the air to center field.
Not quite.
TJ Ash goes back and hauls that one in for the last out. So here we go to the top of the ninth inning. The Eagles holding on to a one-run lead. Each of the first two games were by one, or no, the first game wasn't, but yesterday was by one run. 5-4 in favor of Winthrop. You're watching Big South Baseball on ESPN Plus. Chuck Ray, thank you for joining us.
I think we're still on.
Oh, we're still here? We're going to stay here. Awesome. So, baseball's done for the year. Softball's done for the year. This is the last sporting event at home this year, isn't it?
Here at home, yeah, it sure is. I think that baseball's got a shot to make the playoffs. So, some things that got to happen, and it's nice to continue. I think they go to Asheville this coming weekend.
Asheville Friday, and
play out there.
That's going to be a tough series.
But yeah, I'll tell you, our crew here has done a phenomenal job all year.
I agree. I've had an awesome time working with David Ruckman and Radim Walls. I don't know, that the cameraman down third baseline.
Yeah.
I don't know. He may need a talking to. I don't know if you realize that's my son Sean down there running the camera down third base. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were short a cameraman this year, and Sean was a student here at Winthrop, and he was a music major, and he learned all about this. And the funny thing is, he's only operated the camera twice before, but the producer, Radim Walls, said he's a natural.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's gotten, there's his camera angle right there as he zeroes in on the batter. And this is Brett Mersman coming up. He will lead off. It'll be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters, Mersman, Roan, and Ash for head coach Ben Hall.
Being a coach and then working to the administrative side of things, coaches, we recognize the hard work that administration puts in for our programs, but until you get in the thick of it, you don't really understand and know. There's a lot of hours, a lot that's done behind the scenes. Preston Elwell, Brett Redden, our SIDs, have done a phenomenal job.
Yeah, Preston has been just a prince to work with this year, and Brett Redden, what can you say about him? He's been here for a long time and just done a great job.
There's been a history and a line of some great SIDs here at Winthrop, Jack Frost, and Andy Solomon. I think there's probably one other in there, but those that are SIDs here stay here quite some time. It's a great place to be and live, and we're really fortunate to have both Brett and Preston with us. Brett for his longevity. He's an awesome person to work with.
Willie Lumpkin has a 3-2 count to Mersman. Here's the pitch. Mersman, line drive to Joey Tepper, and he stays with it to make the catch.
Good start.
Boy, Mersman hit it right on the button.
Sure did.
One out here in the top of the ninth inning. The Eagles are 2 outs away from a sweep.
That's all scouting, right? All scouting.
All scouting. That's all it is.
Right, where you put him.
Jared Montanari throwing in the bullpen along with Aaron White. Willie Lumpkin rocks on the rubber and comes to the plate, bounces one in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes to Sabin Roan. Roan, the third baseman.
What year's Lumpkin now?
Lumpkin's a sophomore.
Again, one of those times where you want to step up for your seniors on senior day. Close this out.
1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, in fact, Sveditz is a sophomore. Kyrie Miller is a sophomore. Ethan Fuel's a sophomore. Ty Hooks is a sophomore. Jack Spike is a freshman.
Got him.
And Robbie Tall is a sophomore. Got him looking at strike 3, 2 outs.
Great pitch.
And the Eagles are 1 out away from a sweep this weekend. But not only that, you've also, and here's the replay, watch this. Thought about pulling the trigger and held up, and home plate umpire Bradley Newton rings him up. So we're down to the last out, and here's a pinch hitter for the Aggies. This is going to be Court Maynard, the junior, who will step up. Maynard batting .229. He's got 32 hits and 140 at-bats.
Just taking some time, changing the rhythm a little bit.
Well, and he has been the third baseman for, I believe, the third baseman. But he's injured and he can't play regularly, but they said he'd be available for some pinch hitting duties. Savetic picks that one up, makes the throw across, and Willie Lumpkin will pick up his second save in as many days as Winthrop prevails 5-4 over the North Carolina A&T Aggies.
Fantastic. Good series, good weekend. Keep themselves in contention.
Kyrie Miller with a couple of home runs. Dylan Morton with a couple of home runs yesterday and one today. Just a great series, a great weekend for the Eagles as they sweep the Aggies. The Eagles are now in much better position in conference play. And let me just scoot the computer here a little bit. And the Eagles are now 17-32 overall. And there's the Seniors Day, saying goodbye to gentlemen that have been in the program for a number of years. That's Tyler Jones. He graduated. Dylan Morton.
I think there were 7 of them, and maybe an eighth. The eighth was a GA. The first time a GA has gotten a
jersey. Yes,
gotten
sir.
a jersey.
And it was well deserved.
It's phenomenal.
It was well deserved. That was Thomas Caldwell.
Good for him.
Who got that. Now the teams are high-fiving one another. Interesting weekend. Ben Hall got the head coach for A&T, got thrown out of the first 2 games.
Right.
Tom Reginas got asked to go sit in another part of the world in this ball game.
Yep.
Invited to leave the ballpark by Terrence Jones, the umpire. And now for the last time in 2022, the Winthrop Eagles are going to line up along first base, and they will sing for the last time this year the Winthrop alma mater.
It's awesome.
As the Eagles prevail 5-4, taking the win and the weekend series over the Aggies. Now the Eagles go to Asheville next weekend, and they will take on the Asheville team, who is doing a good job. Boy, Campbell is paying High Point back for the first 2 games. They lead 13-1 in the 7th inning. Longwood 5-4 over Radford in the 8th. No score out of Asheville and Upstate. But let's see if papers flying all over the place. I guess it's from all the high fives that were coming from down on the field. I don't know, it's something.
Good weekend, good day, another beautiful day at the ballpark. The rain stayed away, and our seniors were able to go out victorious. I'm happy for them.
Yeah, that's always a good thing for the seniors to leave a win behind them in their last game.
And our grad students as well. You got to remember that, there's some 5th years out there because of the COVID year and how crazy and strange it's been with COVID, and so it's nice that they're able to go out in style.
Winthrop is now 9-11 in conference. They're going to need some help if they want to make the tournament. But for now, we have about 10 seconds to say thank you.
Thank you.
To all of you who have listened this year. Thank you for the lovely notes that I've gotten and the support. Have a wonderful off season, and we'll catch you next February. This is Bob Woodard saying goodbye from the Winthrop ballpark, where Winthrop prevails over NC-A&T 5-4. You've been watching Big South Baseball on ESPN+. Goodbye, everybody.
Go Eagles.